This video from the UWGB Libraries will show you how to find court cases in the database Westlaw Campus Research. You can find Westlaw by clicking on the Databases button on the library homepage and going to W. The first thing you need to know about Westlaw is that it contains tons of material. It has court cases, legislation, news articles, and even business reports. All this means that if you go to this database with the intention of just browsing around, you'll probably soon become overwhelmed. For example, if I typed air pollution into the search box with the intention of finding a court case related to this topic that I'm interested in, you can see that it's really hard to find something in particular from looking at this results list. That's why it's a good idea to do your browsing outside of Westlaw. For example, use Google or Wikipedia to browse court cases about air pollution and find a specific one that's interesting to you. Of course, you won't want to cite Wikipedia in your papers, so after you've read up on the background information, come back to Westlaw and search for that specific court case. We can either search in the main search box on top, or we can click on Cases here to eliminate all other types of content. The default search is all federal, but you may decide to add in state courts or limit to one particular jurisdiction. If I didn't limit down my search before, I could do it here in the sidebar. Cases, and maybe date or jurisdiction. So I need to choose the correct one. I wanted the U.S. Supreme Court case, and I wrote down the date it was decided, so I know this is the right one. If I had written down the specific citation number while doing my background research, that would be really handy. In fact, if I pasted that number into the search box, it would take me right there. Now we have the details of the court case itself. There's a lot of information here. If we scroll down far enough, we will eventually get to the opinion for you to read in full. But some of the information back at the top may be useful to you also. For example, these headnotes were written by Westlaw experts, and they outline the main points of the case. If you find one point of the argument that you're particularly interested in, you can click on the title of the note, and it will take you to other cases or documents that are related to that point. So that might be helpful to see what other cases influence this area of law. You may also want to take a look at what they call the key cite flag. Westlaw doesn't give flags to good law, so if you see a flag, you should definitely check to see what's going on. Clicking on it jumps me over to the Negative Treatment tab, where we can see other cases that may have partially or fully overturned our case. The other tabs may be useful to you as well, like a visual representation of the path the case took through the legal system, or a list of all the other documents that have cited this case. If you have any problems finding court cases in Westlaw, please contact a librarian by visiting our research help page.